Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I'm bringing you guys the playoffs for the UCL Little Cup League. I'm really excited, and you guys should be too, so show your love on that like button down below. St. Louis Rampardos taking on the Newcastle Nidokings, or the Newcastle Nidokings, as Patterrz calls his team. So definitely go check out Patterrz. He's another awesome Dan in the world, and you should check him out. A link in the description for his channel, and that'd be awesome. Also, we have a question today. What two teams do you want to see in the finals of the Little Cup League? It's either me or Patterrz, so one of us, and then Miguel or Joey. So we could potentially have, if I win, we have a rematch of, if Joey wins and I win, we have a rematch of UCL Season 1 Finals. If I win and Miguel wins, then we have a rematch of the GBA Season 4 Finals. And if I lose, then all those rematches are out the window and it's not as fun. So root for the Rampardos, that's what I say. Anyway, I just kind of messed around. So anyway, let's run through the team really quick before I jump into this match against Patterrz. Honestly, even though it's the playoffs, it's still a Little Cup League, so I'm not taking it too seriously. Still having fun with it. Shout out to Matt, by the way, Armored for Jen and the Mons, as always, and helping me out with my team building. But we got Mienfu here, knockoff, U-turn, drain punch, taunt. Taunt is there for the Phariseed. I can keep him from setting up hazards right away. I do have a focus sash user in Blue Dolph, so I don't want those hazards up. I have a spinner in case, but I figured taunt wasn't a terrible idea. The nice thing about Marchan is that regenerator ability, obviously U-turn, a little bit of utility, we can recover ourselves up, and we've been doing really good using this thing. St. Louis here, our second Pokemon, is actually Life Orb, Sheer Force, with Rock Polish here. If I can set up a Rock Polish, we basically win. We OHKO pretty much everything on his team, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of priority. He's got Sucker Punch potentially on Nidoran, and he could have a Scarfed Cyndaquil, but I decided to throw Rock Polish on this thing because I don't need the extra coverage, and even so, I don't even need to click Rock Polish. This thing outspeeds a lot of his team, and I can just come in and click Rock Slide and like something dies basically. So really cool. We got Blue Dolph here, our focus sash. This thing is so important. If there was ever a moment where a Pokemon on my team was very important, it is this one right here. Blue Dolph is necessary because it's the only thing I really have to beat the Chinchou and the only thing I really have to beat the Cyndaquil. So really important for me to get rocks up to stop his potential eruption and also break any potential focus sashes, because I really need to get Blue Dolph in there. I need to click Earthquake. I need to put in the work. So it has a sash. I need to keep rocks off the field. So like we have some objectives here. I need to get rocks up and I need to keep them off the field. He has a Natu, so he can bounce them back. So I have to be really careful about clicking rocks and making sure that I make the right plays. We've got Taylor Swift making its return here. Unfortunately, Taylor didn't do much last time, but this time hopefully it can do some things. It's actually a Choice Scarf. Taylor is not normally a Choice Scarf user. The only reason why I'm bringing Choice Scarf is because I want to be able to outspeed Choice Scarf Cyndaquil or Choice Scarf potential Chinchou, and I pretty much destroy them with Boom Burst. I don't need Scrappy. Guts is fine because there's no Ghost types on his team. Heat Wave for Phariseed, general coverage with U-turn and Brave Bird. I really think this thing can put in the work, but it loses a lot of power by not being Life Orb, especially in Little Cup. It needs that power, but I figured this Scarf was worth it because it could help me get a revenge kill on that Cyndaquil if I need it. We've got our homie Armando here, the Anorith, rocking max speed, outspeeds a lot of his team. I think pretty much outspeeds everything except for Glameow and something Scarf. So we have a lot of speed on our team, so he really needs Scarfers to outspeed us. Stealth Rock is there, obviously Rapid Spin to keep hazards off the field. Knockoff hits the Natu really nicely, and Rock Blast, of course, also will hit the Natu. So this is like our Natu answer, man. Yeah, it's pretty sick. And then last but not least here we have Majora, Yamask, our dedicated just wall in general. Knockoff Shadow Ball for the Natu, Will-O-Wisp to cripple things, and Pain Split to get some health back. Big threats on his team. I'm worried about that Scarf Eruption Cyndaquil. That's why me getting the rocks up are so important. And then any potential Sashers. I'm not entirely sure whether I should lead with Mienfu or Armando, but I'm thinking Mienfu for the Phariseed, but we'll see on his lineup and stuff like that. So let me connect with Patterrz. We're gonna have a good match here and have some fun. And again, I'm not taking it too crazily seriously. I mean, I want to win. I want to make it to the championship, but it's all in good fun. And Patterrz is obviously shown to be a great battler. So let me connect with him and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so we are connected, about to take on Patterrz here in the UCL Little Cup semifinals. Winner here goes to the UCL Little Cup Championship, where we play for no prize. And it's all fun. So, I'm just messing around, man. I gotta be honest with you guys. We just, today's Thursday when we're battling. I'm just gonna break the fourth wall. And we just found out about Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I don't know if it's gonna be confirmed or not by the time you guys see this video. Hopefully it will be. But I don't know how me and Dan are supposed to battle right now with this potential hype. Like, our lives are so centered around Pokemon. We love Pokemon so much. Then we find out this might be the announcement for a new Pokemon game. We're expected to do a competitive Pokemon battle. This is absurd. This is insane. So we're gonna try our best. I mean, he's dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with. So it's not an excuse. I just think it's, like, my mind is, like, going a million different directions right now. And my direction is not on this battle, in all honesty, because new Pokemon game sounds a heck of a lot more awesome than a Little Cup battle. I'm not trying to diminish the battle. I'm excited for the battle, too. But, I mean, come on. A new Pokemon game? I don't think anyone's going to blame me on that one. So let's see if we can connect here, and hopefully we don't have any issues. I did have some... Dude, I woke up this morning, guys, and, like, we had a big storm last night, and my internet wasn't even working. I didn't even have internet this morning. Not even Wi-Fi. Like, my internet in general wasn't working. And apparently, like, the Comcast truck was, like, at the end of my street working on it as I started getting set up. So here's his team. Whoa, a little bit different than I thought. So he brought Slugma. Very surprised to see that. He did bring the Natu. No Cubone, that's a big deal. He's got the Goomy. Don't care about that. One thing on there. Hold on, let me update the layout here. So he's got Goomy, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't really know what Goomy does. I know it's just like kind of a wall. No Nidoran, he's got the Slugma instead, which is fine. I have a lot of different coverage for Slugma, so I'm not too worried about Slugma. What else does he have? He's got the Ferroseed, which I expected. The Glameow, no Cyndaquil, which is ginormous. So he's got the Glameow, which is not surprising. So you could be carrying the Fake Out on the Glameow, and I'm thinking, so I actually have Protect on my Diglett just for the Glameow, so I kind of did prepare for that thing. So let me make some adjustments here. He's got Glameow, and then no Nidoran, he's got Slugma, and then he's got Goomy as well. No Cyndaquil. Really surprised no Cyndaquil, guys. I'm really, really surprised. So let me just go through this. Glameow, Chinchou, Natu, Ferroseed, Slugma, and Goomy. So I did expect a lot of that stuff. So anyway, potential leads. I think Maruchan is just my best lead, man. Like, I really don't want to go too crazy here. It matches up really well against a lot of his team, except for maybe Natu. And if it's a Natu, I could just switch out or something. I could just click knockoff, because I don't think Natu's going to kill me in one hit. I'm going to just double check really quick, but I really doubt Natu is going to kill me in one hit. Like, if he's Life Orb offensive, Psychic actually would kill me if he's Life Orb offensive. So that's the chance we'll take. We'll see if he is going to leave with his Natu. I doubt it. I could just switch out if he does, though. But that's only if he's, like, max special attack Life Orb. So we'll see. And I actually reverse kill him with knockoff on a speed tie. So that sounds like it's not the best strategy for us to try on the first turn of the match. So I'm not going to sacrifice Marchand on the first turn. I'm bringing this thing out in case he leaves with Ferroseed. So he's going to bring with, he's going to leave with Glameow. So actually not too surprised. He's going to want to get his Fake Out off. And Glameow, I don't really know what this thing's going to do to me, but I can't imagine it's going to be too bad. I'm just running some quick calcs here on this thing. Yeah, I could definitely take any hit from him. If he wants to go for a, you know, the Fake Out, that's fine. There's no reason for me to switch here unless I want to go into Yamask to take the Fake Out and potentially burn something. But let me just do a quick little check on Glameow. I think Glameow is typically actually mixed, because I know it does get some other moves like Water Pulse and stuff. There's not even like a recommended set on that thing, so it's pretty weak generally speaking anyway. I think I'm just gonna take the Fake Out. I think that's what I need to do, because I can always get it back. Like, Fake Out damage to me is gonna do very, very little, in all honesty. Like 25%, I can get that back. So I'm just gonna click knockoff here in case he just wants to U-turn. I'm sure the Fake Out's coming. But going into your mask here, I don't want to over predict or anything like that. I do just want to take a quick gander at Glameow's moveset though, while I'm kind of waiting. I went for knockoff, because there's no reason to like switch out here, I don't think. I am prepared for the Glameow later though. Like I said, I do have the Protect. So he is just gonna go for the Fake Out, so that's good news. And it does the, you know, about what I expected it to do. And he does show Life Orb, so now I know he's Life Orb at least. He got Hypnosis, he does get Sucker Punch, so that's something to keep in mind. Play Rough is another move he gets at level 50, but I don't believe a Play Rough would even kill me. But at least I know he's Life Orb. Let me just make a note here, Life Orb. I don't think a Play Rough would kill me. I don't know if it's worth the risk. It actually could potentially knock me out. So let me make some notes here. We got Glameow, we know he's Life Orb, and we know he has Fake Out. I don't know if it's worth me taking that chance of him killing me with a Play Rough here. If he does 61 to 85 and I'm at 16 out of 21, So I'm at 76%, so it's a 50-50 damage roll if he does have the play rough, and I'm not sure if it can like have the move play rough or not at the level he's at. I'm going to make a very interesting play here, and I'm actually going to stay in and just go for the knockoff, I think. Or just go for the Drain Punch. What is his switch into Drain Punch aside from maybe not to? I think he's gonna U-turn here into not to, which is why I'm kind of leaning towards the knockoff. I'm gonna go for the knockoff here. He is gonna just switch out, so I'm gonna get a free knockoff, and if it's on the Pharisee, that's fine. He's gonna go into Drip, which is probably the Slugma. That is the Slugma, so I get a big hit off here. I get rid of his item, which is probably Eviolite. It is his Eviolite. So Slugma, nothing now, and without an Eviolite, I don't know if Slugma's living a hit. So, oh, you know what? He's gonna have Will-O-Wisp. That's what he brought it in for. He's gonna have Will-O-Wisp. But if you take that Eviolite off, now all of a sudden he's less scary. But he is going to have Will-O-Wisp, so I'm going to U-turn out here, and I'm just going to predict the Will-O-Wisp and go straight into my Talo, which is Guts. So Talo gives 0 cares about Slugma's Will-O-Wisp, which is what I'm assuming he's about to go for. So I do get the Regenerator boost here. My team is very physical, so I don't want to get burned. But I do believe Talo Swift is a great switch in here to predict the Will-O-Wisp, or the potential recover. But either way, this thing does not have an item anymore. So that's fine with me. He is going to go for that Will-O-Wisp, and he does hit it. No problem, man. No problem at all. I am Guts Talo. So Will-O-Wisp comes through, and now I have Guts Talo, but I'm Scarfed. So now I have to be kind of careful here. Let me just update my status to Burned. And against Slugma without an Eviolite, I kill this thing with Boom Burst. I just am curious of whether or not... Without Eviolite, I'm Burned. I have Guts, not Scrappy. So my Brave Bird does knock him out. And how much does my Brave Bird do to Pharaoh, though? Because that's what I'm worried about, is the Pharisee. It doesn't do too much to the Pharisee, nor does my Boom Burst. I'm thinking I should just U-turn here, because this thing does have a lot of viability. I don't know if he would just sack off this Slugma at this point. I don't want to take a Fire-type move with anything either, though. So I'm trying not to over-predict. But that Pharisee is very likely. If I just go for a Heat Wave here, how much is that going to do? Like, if I just fire off a Heat Wave, because he doesn't have an Eviolite. I mean, it doesn't do anything, really. It doesn't really do anything. I think U-turn is my play. I just don't want to take a fire move on something unnecessarily. And this is kind of a big prediction here. I don't want to over-predict. But I could go into Maru-chan and then just switch out. I don't know if he would Lava Plume. Nothing on my team wants to take a burn except for Yamask, maybe. And Yamask doesn't want to take the burn either. I think I gotta attack what's in front of me and just go for the Boom Burst, in all honesty. I'm taking a lot of time for this move. I think I just have to go for the Boom Burst or the Brave Bird. The Brave Bird, it could be a 2k on the Pharisee. I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird. I'm not gonna over-predict. He's just gonna stay in here, so it's good that I didn't over-predict. I'd rather just get rid of this thing, because it's one less thing, and it's this big hazard. It's this big, I don't want to get burned on stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So, Slugma, Talo kills Slugma with Brave Bird, and Slugma's out. So we got rid of that thing, so that's good. So one thing down. Now I don't have to worry so much about Will-O-Wisp. I know his Glameow's Fake Out Life Orb, and it didn't have Play Rough, or it didn't have anything that wanted to take on Mienfoo. I do have the Protect on Diglett, and I outspeed later if I need that. Definitely made the right play there, just attacking what's in front of me. I had a feeling he might not want to save that thing, but he doesn't know I'm Scarfed. So this Talo is definitely being saved after this. And if I can get my rocks up, that would be huge. He very well could go into Glameow next, but Glameow doesn't really have... If Glameow does get knockoff, actually. So here comes his Glameow. So this thing could have Fake Out, it could have knockoff, a couple different moves. I think my play is actually just to go into my Armando. Getting up Stealth Rocks is less important now because of the, whatchamacallit, because of the lack of Cyndaquil. And I wonder if I can actually Oko Glameow with Diglett. It looks like I can, especially after some Life Orb. So Diglett might be able to revenge kill this thing on the next turn. So I'm going to go into Armando here. Because if he knocks off, it's not a huge deal, and I resist the Fake Out and stuff, and I could just click knock off of my own and get rid of an item off something. So like if he were to knock off on me predicting the switch, which is exactly what he does, he probably thought that I was going into Yamask, so he's gonna hit me with a big knock off there, get rid of our Eviolite. But I do resist his normal type moves, so I think I can actually live a hit from this thing, in all honesty, based on that damage. So I'm gonna actually go for a knock off of my own here. And if he wants to stay in or U-turn or whatever, that's fine. But I think Armando can probably take one hit from this thing, even without the EV Light, just because we resist the normal type move. And if not, then I just go into Diglett and I trap this thing and I go for a EQ and he's dead, you know? So, because he can't switch out and fake out. He could potentially have the Sucker Punch, but that's not a huge deal. He'll break my Sash, but at the very least, he'll be worn down, and then I could save Diglett, and Diglett could try to trap the Chinchou. But Chinchou could be Scarfed too, so that's something to keep in mind. That's why it's so important that Talos stays alive and it's Scarfed, because it's the fastest thing on my team. But if he switches out, I'm just knocking off here. If he wants to go into Natu, he's just going to go for the U-turn here. So I'm seeing his like whole set, and I know I'm going to live that because we resist. We live on 1. Oh my goodness. I thought we were going to live that a lot easier. But I'm going to get a free knockoff on either the Gumi, the Ferroseed, or the Natu. If he kills me right now, it's not a big deal. If he knocks something out, I just go into Cranidos. So here comes Allergy. Which is the Ferroseed. So I'm gonna knock off his EV Light. I'm gonna go down to Rough Skin or Iron Barbs, whatever. So Ferroseed kills Anorith with Iron Barbs, but I got rid of his item, and that's a very, very good thing. So the Ferroseed is in here, no item. This brings Maru-chan into the match, no problem. And I believe a Drain Punch kills this thing at this point. Could be wrong. But without its EV Light, it is not going to want to take a Drain Punch. It's close. It's not guaranteed to kill. And if Natu comes in, he could potentially knock me out. Talo can come in here and go for a Heat Wave. Cranidos can come in here and set up a Rock Polish on this thing as well. Or just Fire Punch. So that's the I kind of like Cranidos coming in against the Pharaoh. Because even so, if he goes into Chinchou to take a Fire Punch, like, it's going to hurt. You know, it's gonna hurt the Chinchou. It's gonna do like 30%. Yeah, so I really like Cranidos coming in here. I really do. I don't think an EQ it would kill at this range from Bludolf. Let me check. I don't want him setting up hazards. Voice crack to the max there. Okay, I'm gonna go into St. Louis here. I'm gonna click Fire Punch. I could potentially predict a switch here, set up a Rock Polish, and I think we actually could win if I do that. But can Ferroseed kill me in one hit? That is the question. Because if I go for Rock Polish here, that would be a very disappointing situation for me. If he hit the Bullet Seed. I mean, he's got to know that Fire Punch is going to kill him here. It's just a matter of whether he's going to sack it off or not. Because Chinchou, if I get the Rock Polish up, Chinchou dies to Earthquake. Natu dies to Rock Slide. And Gumi probably doesn't do much to me. Gumi doesn't want to take a Rock Slide either. So do I take the chance here? What are the chances that this thing, Ferroseed has like Gyro Ball or something? Or he could potentially paralyze me. I think I gotta attack what's in front of me. I think I gotta go for the Fire Punch. I really do. I think it's too risky for me to try to set up the Rock Polish right now. Especially if I think he would save this thing. Would he just go into Gumi right now? Like, does Gumi take Fire Punch plus Rock Slide? It doesn't really want to take Fire Punch plus Rock Slide at this point. Unless he's like super bulky on the physical side. And he really can't do much to me. I'm thinking I just Fire Punch this thing. But would he save this thing though? At this range? I don't think so. I'm gonna Fire Punch. I think I gotta be aggressive here. Last time he stayed in, he's gonna switch. I could have Rock Polished and pretty much won. It was just a little too risky. I'm sure the Gumi could come in, or the Natu. Here comes the Natu, so he might be thinking I'm trying to set up Stealth Rocks. This is gonna do a tremendous amount of damage to this thing. It does half. That'll give me some read on what kind of Natu this is. Probably defensive. Yeah, that's definitely defensive Natu, because if he was offensive, like Life Orb or something like that, that would have done way, way more. So I know he's not offensive. But this means I might actually outspeed him based on that damage. Because I'm actually max speed. I might just outspeed him. He could go for like a Sucker Punch or something. I should be able to live any hit here. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. I think I could live a hit from this thing and just kill it. And I think I'll outspeed based on that damage. He's definitely EV Light, and I don't know if he's going to be carrying max speed. I don't think so. I think I could just Rock Slide here. Because I am max speed. I do outspeed. I hit the Rock Slide. This should knock out the Natu. And it does. And that's why St. Louis is a legend. And he doesn't even know. He thought I was Scarf. So Cranidos kills Natu with Rock Slide. And Natu goes down. And that eliminates one other big threat. I'm running out of Glameow switch-ins. That's a problem. In all honesty. Glameow is kind of problematic. just because of the fake out and the knockoffs, and I don't want to necessarily like sacrifice anything, because every time I kill something, Gleaming comes in and like can hurt me. So here comes Splort, which is his Goomy. So Goomy can definitely take a hit from me. It can definitely take a hit from me, but can he like kill me back is the question, because I could definitely leave this thing in. And just fire off a Rock Slide, because Rock Slide's a 2-hit KO if he's like bulky. I mean, if he's like fully invested defensively, Rock Slide is still a 2-hit KO. So I'm gonna take the chance that I could live a hit from this thing. I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide. I don't really see what I would switch into anyway, because I'm gonna get outsped by Chinchu, and I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to set out. I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide and just get big damage off on this thing. We do hit. This should do over 50%. It won't flinch though because of the sheer force. That almost knocks him out. He's got the Muddy Water. That's gonna kill me, but this Goomy is gonna be it's gonna be going down here momentarily. So he lives that, but he does kill us with Muddy Water. So Goomy kills Cranidos with Muddy Water. I basically get to go into Blue Dolph here and fire off an Earthquake, and that means this thing is dead. Like, he can't do anything. I just get to click Earthquake, and that's one of the beautiful things about this guy. Yeah, we just click Earthquake. He has no options here. I have Arena Trap. So unless Goomy gets something priority that I didn't realize, like Aqua Jet or something, which I don't think it does, we should be in pretty good shape to knock this thing out. And his responses for Maruchan or Mienfoo are like very limited at this point too. So the Earthquake's gonna come off and that will kill. So Diglett kills Goomy with EQ. And I'm sure Glameow is coming in right now. And this thing is gonna go for Fake Out, and I have Protect for a reason. It is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited to click Protect on the Glameow. Please don't disappoint me, Patterrz. Make the play that I want you to make right now. Chinchou cannot come in because I have a Sash. I can kill it with Earthquake. He can't Volt Switch on me. Ferroseed has no Eviolite, so I'm going to put in the work on that thing. And then Glameow has Fake Out U-Turn Knockoff. I outspeed Glameow by 1 point. So if Glameow comes in, I believe my Earthquake will knock him out at that point. Especially since he did take some damage from the Life Orb. So dude, just go into Glameow. I want this Protect to work. He goes into Allergy, so he goes into his Ferroseed here, which is not what I wanted, especially since I don't have Rapid Spinner anymore. That's a bit of a bummer, in all honesty. I was hoping he would go into Glameow. I cannot, I know he's got the Bullet Seed. I cannot go for an Earthquake. Earthquake does 75% max. It is not gonna kill him. And if he has the Bullet Seed, he will kill me. I do need to switch out here, and I think I need to go into Maruchan to take on the Ferroseed, because I can definitely take any hit from him, go for the Drain Punch and knock him out. So that's gonna be my play. I really wanted to trap that thing, but I gotta switch here. I gotta save my Sash, and if he goes for the Stealth Rocks here, just a beautiful play, honestly. He's gonna go for the knockoff, actually, so he's gonna get rid of my Eviolite, which is a pretty big bummer. So I could have stayed in, but it just wasn't worth it. Now I just go for Drain Punch, I think, because he does not have an Eviolite. Drain Punch does 63 to 90%. This should knock him out. There's a chance he lives, but realistically, he doesn't have a good switch in for a Drain Punch, so I'm just gonna click Drain Punch here. If he wants to switch, then go for it, but I can potentially knock this thing out on this turn, and he doesn't have Hazards up, and I don't want to risk him getting Hazards up. He's gonna stay in here. I'm hoping this does enough to knock him out, and it does not. He lives it. I just hope he does not go for Stealth Rocks here. Do not go for Stealth Rocks. Iron Barbs damage, that's fine. Go for Bullet Seed. He went for Stealth Rocks. Good play, Patterrz. That's going to change the dynamics of this game. Because now I'm in a little bit of trouble here. What I can do, however, is I can U-turn out, which will definitely knock him out. I hope. Or I just Drain Punch, really. I'll get some of the health back anyway. But without my Eviolite, I'm going to be in a tougher situation against that Glameow. Although I do outspeed Glameow, and I can trap it, so it's not the end of the world. It's really not. I'm gonna go for the Drain Punch, as it does hit everything hard, is the hardest here. I will knock him out. I'm just trying to like manage around this matchup here. So Mienfoo kills Ferroseed with Drain Punch. And basically what I'm gonna do now is I probably let Mienfoo go down. Whatever he sends in, as long as it's not Chinchou, I trap it with Diglett. If Glameow comes in, if I could trap Glameow, then that's my play. Once Glameow's trapped, then I pretty much win, because I'm gonna outspeed. But if Chinchou's scarfed, that's where the problem comes in. I still have Talo though, but Talo's gonna take a hit from the rocks. So if he's Choice Scarf Chinchou, Talo does not kill. Boomers does max 87.5, but Yamask can take a hit. I know Yamask is gonna take a hit, so this is gonna come down to the wire, man. Had I just clicked Earthquake a few times with Diglett, we might have knocked out the Ferroseed and he wouldn't have rocks up, but he would have gotten rid of our item. So I guess it's the same situation. The question is, am I gonna lose in one hit without my Eviolite now? Like, can I live a hit with this guy? I just didn't want him to set up hazards. I can probably live something. He's gonna go into Zipper here. The thing is, I'm gonna go for the knockoff. I think that's my best play, is just to get rid of its item. Whatever this thing has, I want to get rid of it. And if he goes into Glameow, then it's gonna take a huge hit anyway. So I'm gonna go for the knockoff here and hope that I can live a hit. I don't have my Eviolite. There's a chance I could live this Scald. In fact, I probably will live the Scald. I'm gonna live the Scald. I don't get burned. I'm gonna get rid of his item, whatever it is. That does a lot. So that's Scarf. That was a crit. There goes his Scarf though. So that's huge, huge, huge. I got rid of his Choice Scarf. Now I can click Drain Punch, and I should actually outspeed this thing. The crit, definitely, I don't know if the crit's gonna matter in all honesty, because Drain Punch is gonna do so much this thing, and I know I'm gonna outspeed him, I believe we outspeed him. Yeah, we do outspeed him, unless he's max speed. If he's max speed Scarf, then we don't outspeed him. But Drain Punch here will definitely knock him out. So Knockoff plus Drain Punch should knock him out. So we'll kind of find out here, but at least I know he's not Scarfed anymore, which does ease my mind a little bit. Definitely ease it, because now Diglett beats him, so now Diglett kind of wins. I do outspeed, so Mienfoo is going to be able to put in the work. So Mienfoo kills Chinchou with Drain Punch. So Chinchou goes down, and I believe his last mon is now just the Glameow, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that is his last mon. So here comes the Glameow. I know this thing's got Fake Out, Life Orb, all that stuff. There's really no reason for me to save Maruchan at this point. We don't factor in differential. So my play is to just Drain Punch in case he might have something funky. I'm sure he's going to just Fake Out. He's just going to go for the return. So now I've seen his entire set. I know he doesn't have Sucker Punch or anything like that. So he's going to knock me out. So Glameow kills Mienfoo with return. And then I believe all I have to do is go into Bluedolph here. And I win. We saw Fake Out, Knockoff, U-turn, return. Who do I want this kill with? I think I'm going to take it with Bluedolph here. I don't believe Glameow is living in Earthquake. It says 100 to 125, but if he's like max invested in his defenses, which I know he's not, I'm still going to knock him out. So I'm going to go to Bluedolph here. I am faster. He hits a max of 18 speed, 19 with max speed. So I do outspeed him 100% of the time, just because of my nature. And I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here, and that should wrap up the match, if unless I'm going crazy here. And it does. I don't think this thing is gonna live this hit. I really don't. And it does not. And we are going to the championship, baby. So Diglett kills Glameow with EQ. And that is actually the third straight championship for the St. Louis Rampardos GBA Season 4, UCL Season 1, and UCL Little Cup Offseason League. We are going to the championship for the third straight season that I've played in a row, baby. And if that doesn't show something, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, please show some love to Patterrz. He's a phenomenal guy, such a nice guy, great battler. And that was a lot of fun, man. I had a blast. We had, for randomized teams, man, pretty intense teams here. I'm surprised he didn't bring the Cyndaquil. I really am surprised. That's why I brought Scarf Talo. But let me know what other team you want me to face. Do you want me to do the rematch against Joey for UCL Season 1, or do you want to see the rematch between GBA Season 4, Miguel and me, or Joey and me? It's going to be one of those two, so we'll find out, you know, later today, I guess, or whenever the matches go up. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Definitely show your love on that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace.